I'm Becca, I play Elspeth the Bard. Tonight we are missing Azuzu, who plays Copy, he is having to work, and Ami, who plays Maka, she is, as far as we're aware, still away. We have lost a player, so Alex will no longer be joining us as Azzy, but hopefully we'll have a new person next week. As for the people actually here, I shall allow them to introduce themselves.
Sam, I'm playing Toto, half pint, the halfling ranger.
I'm Scott, Delta's DM. I'm Scott, Delta's DM.
I'm Traz. I'm playing Cloud, the Tabaxi Rogue Warlock.
And I believe Sam has volunteered himself courageously to do the recap this week.
Yep, that's how it went down. Um, well, we're still in Amon at the Park Tavern with Terry the chef. We went to see. Who did we go and see? Oh, we went and saw Gilmore. And we bought some stuff, and then we went and spoke to Toto's brother about his involvement with manufacturing firearms for the Myriad. Um, Elspeth went off following a guy, and then we stumbled upon a box that was being loaded onto a ship, and then the ship got sunk, and the box got robbed, and then the guys who robbed the box got killed, and the box got robbed, and then Elspeth held person on the guy. Toto stole the box and flew away on his carpet, and Cloud beat the shit out of him and knocked him out in one round. And I think that's all I can remember. Did I miss anything important?
Don't think so.
That's the gist of it, yeah. With that, let's see what other manner of all fuckery that you guys get up to. As we draw back into the waterfront of Amon with the little small warehouse that you followed these various malcontents towards. Cloud has now got an unconscious blue dragonborn lying in front of him that he beat the living crap out of in a single round of combat. Because whack. Elspeth is just standing a few feet back and below, looking up, going, okay, I guess he's beating the shit out of now. And Toto's a very famous scene from a certain Disney movie was as he flies off with the box and Copy on board the flying carpet.
Oh
I'm
god.
sorry, I'm not familiar with that Disney movie that gets referenced every week.
I will stop. I will stop.
I've got
I
the
don't know
image.
how.
Don't talk
Between our
shit.
thing.
Don't talk shit. You won't stop.
No.
I will. I'll just change the movie.
Oh dear me. Now I've just got the image of Toto and Copy singing A Whole New World together.
How do you wish to proceed, guys? Who's going to step forth and be the bold one to start things off proper before we go off on a tangent and make this a giant one outtake of a game?
I will be standing at the bottom of the building and I will go, Cloud, darling, I hate to be the person that with the common sense right now, but what are we going to do with an unconscious guy?
I've got the plan. First, and he points at the three dead guys near just by you. And goes, check them, see if they've got anything of interest or any signs of anything on them. And then Cloud will take his rope and tie the Dragonborn up
Can I start searching the bodies of the 3 dead dudes?
Investigation check for the bodies. I'm gonna say you don't find shit.
Nope.
Not with 6. You try. You go through all their damp pockets because they did literally just jump in the water and then surfaced again before they got absolutely like ganked. And you pull like a starfish out one of their pockets, but that's about it. Nothing of interest or value that you can find.
Cool.
Is it a Rastafarian crab in one of them?
Oh, if he shows up, you'll know he shows up. So Cloud has now, after a few moments of Elspeth failing to find anything, is nicely tied up the blue dragonborn.
I'll have my Chisholm jump off my shoulders, fly down to the centre of the. How big's the opening on the roof that we went through?
About 10 feet, kind of diameter.
Yeah, that should be big enough for a
Skylight
large
kind of thing.
creature. Yeah. And then I'll blow my whistle and turn the Tressum into a giant eagle for Elspeth to climb onto.
Is it going to carry all 3 of us before I get on the eagle?
Well, we can sit on its back and its claws can carry this one.
Okay, I will get on the back of the eagle.
And I get the fly up and it grabs the dudes in its claws while I climb on its back and fly probably out of him on a little way. Just not too far, probably like a mile out of him on. But I will, once the eagle lands and grabs the body, I will cast invisibility on the body so people who are looking up won't see a body being carried by a giant eagle.
Oh. So, the body disappears. The eagle has to actually double check. That's all the way tighten its talons going. Have I still got it? Yeah, I still got it. Okay, and keeps flying off. Guys are kind of doing the whole let's go for the long way to have not arouse suspicion. Toto, you and Copy are just like casually flying through the air with the box in your hands.
First thing, I'm putting the box in my bag of holding. So
It's
that
a fairly sized box, and you managed just to get it into the bag of holding.
beautiful. And I put it down, like kind of to ground level. Give me a second, one red. And I'll lower it to kind of ground level in the city centre somewhere, wherever I'm flying over. The location doesn't matter. He'll put it down. He'll make the back of the carpet turn into kind of steps. Turn around and look at Elizabeth and say, "Off. I've taken you far enough. Get the fuck off.
Excuse me?
Get off my rug. You can walk."
Be rude.
If you don't get off, I'll push you off mid-flight. It's your choice.
Let me pull Copy's character sheet up.
Fight.
Funny, got a funny feeling that they wouldn't take this lightly. Make an intimidation check. There's bugger off. Be an 18. Be an 18. Be an 18.
Oh, it went to 20 as well.
Oh, it's so close. I could see it just like Copy's not budging. cross-armed, just like, don't tell me what to do.
All right, fuck it. I'll pull up the front end of the rug. I'll start tearing it up, just straight up, and then I'll just fucking yeet her off the back.
Have a like a strength save. 15. Nope. As you just go into an absolute vertical. They try hold on, and nope. Smack off the ground.
All right, well, I'm just gonna just fly the fuck off.
Bludgeoning damage as they just like fall. And all you hear is "Damn you, half pint!" in the face as you just fly, as you level out, fly off.
Oh, I'm gonna be chuckling to myself. I do have somewhere to go and someone to talk to. You know where I've got to go and who I've got to talk to.
You're wanting like a
And
late
make
night snack, you can
and
fuck off. Yeah, who are you off to go speak to? Just to be clear.
well, I messaged you a minute ago.
Right, okay, let me check the look. Cause my
Well, at the start of the session.
yeah, alright, I'm just double checking. Cool. You
Yeah,
go
I
do
just
that.
want to go and do that, and then I'll fly back to the park tavern, the park inn.
Cool. That'll take you a little while whilst we go back to our power couple and the eagle. You guys are just about completed your like wide sweep and are now coming back towards Amon proper.
No, we'll just go like a mile outside of Imon and land. Find a nice tree and just tie him to the tree.
An average tree. It's not really a nice tree, but he's kind,
You know, yeah, okay, an average tree will do. Wanted a nice tree to be kind, but fuck it.
a tree that's seen a bit of better days. But you tie him to it.
I sort of turn to Elizabeth and go, any way you can sort of, I know you've got a lot of different spells, but any way you can have a look in his mind?
Not while he's unconscious, unfortunately. The magic being able to read your mind thing only works when you're actually thinking and probably not dreaming of pink and purple elephants.
Fair enough. And I will go and try and wake him up a little bit.
I'll tap on the cheek.
Yeah, wee little tap and a stroke and a slap and a.
You knocked him out cold, dude. So you're just like, hey, buddy, wake up. And he's just like limp on the tree.
I think I may be able to help with this, and I will go over and touch him and cast Cure Wounds at level 1 to at least give him some fucking health back. So he gets 11 points of healing. Enough that if Cloud needs to knock him out again, it won't take him too much effort.
Of the healing energy goes through your hand into his body, and you can just kind of see him rouse a little bit. What the fuck hit me?
Him, and I'll point at Cloud.
Hi, how you doing?
He's like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh.
Nope, and well, we want to know what exactly the fuck just happened here.
None of your business. Now, if you be so inclined, just to let me go, and we'll just let this whole thing just act like it never happened. We'll be all better for it.
Well, the main question for that would be, depending on who you work for.
Up and just gives you a very silent and solemn stare.
While this conversation is going on, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts and get his surface thoughts for now.
Surface thoughts are a little bit groggy because again he got like knocked every way which but Sunday. But he's coming around and as he's beginning to focus, all he can think of right now is where's the box? Who are these assholes? And ouch.
Cool.
The base things is going through his mind.
I will very quietly go to him. Well, not very quietly, I'll just go, you do not need to worry about the box, it is in a safe place.
He just kind of shot with tons of things, just going, get out of my head. Not a good place for you.
I'll be the judge of that, I'm sure. At the moment it's just surface thoughts, but if you don't answer his questions and answer them truthfully, I will go deeper. And not just the information that we need, I will get any and all information I choose. It's best to just answer the questions, don't you think?
That's now on at you with the big reptilian teeth, just like.
Myriad, clasp, or third party?
Boy turns the head back, well, again, reptilian like, just like. Either of them.
Say third party.
Stares at you. Doesn't say anything after that.
So you're not going to be very talkative. It's very upsetting. Please talk, or I will have to do something that I may regret. Well, I won't. You will.
Intimidation check. One of the nights, is it?
Well, you know.
Glare starts to narrow down on you as if he's like eyeing you up and just kind of goes.
Can he,
Other than that,
can he make me a wisdom save, please? I'm gonna go deeper into his head, he's being an asshole.
oh, I don't think so.
Nope, he doesn't, it's a DC 17. So I get its insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. And verbally asked questions, I should be able to get the answer from his head. So if he thinks of the answer, I should be able to get it.
Okay. The immediate kind of thing that's kind of bothering right now is that he really wants to get that box back. Great importance to him and people he's associated with.
He knows I'm in there as well. He can feel me in his head.
Boy turns back and goes, I told you stay out of my head.
And I told you to answer his questions, but you haven't. So now you will, whether you like it or not. Carry on, Cloud.
Fair enough. And so, third party, you want the box. You've took it off of, I'm guessing, Myriad?
Nods his head.
Is that a truthful answer?
A truthful answer, yes.
He turns his head, did you say?
Nods as if, yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry. And so what's the purpose of all this?
He doesn't take his eyes off Elspeth. He just kind of the eye actually just kind of rotates around and goes like on. Big things happening. Being very careful how he picks his words so that he doesn't give much away, but Elspeth can still say that there's something looming in the back of his head. Big scheme going on that he's a part of, but he's trying very hard to kind of keep under wraps.
Well,
After you.
go ahead. No, go.
I was just going to ask if I'd get the impression if it was not a good scheme or a bad scheme, but something that we'd approve of or not, if that makes sense. Like, I don't care if it's lawful or not, I want to know if Elspeth and Cloud would consider that something that he's doing as bad or good, and if I'd get the impression from what he's thinking of either way.
Alright, make an intelligence check against this dude and see if you can suss him out. Only one of those maybe is the 15, so I think you beat him. Well, from his perspective, it's the greatest scheme in the possible, but there's a kind of aftercurrent towards you that kind of makes you just kind of like, no, we can't let what he's doing pass. You don't know exactly what it is, but it's giving you that sort of like alarm bells are ringing like a chorus right now.
Cloud, dear, I can't get exactly what he's planning, but I can get that it's very not good and we can't allow it to carry on.
No, dear, oh dear. Well, that doesn't turn out good for you now, does it?
As Cloud says that, can Elspeth make me deck save, please?
A deck save.
Yes. Oh, lucky girl. As Cloud says that, he just sees sparks appear between his teeth, and he just belches out like a bolt of lightning. Just, but you happen to catch it and just kind of duck to the side, and he only skims across you the same. Funnily enough, the same side you got like slashed at the night before. Takes another hit, and he then half of. Let's see. Lucky you made that save. It is 9 points lightning damage.
Cool. Okay. Ow, that was incredibly rude. I've just had that stitched up. I really don't want to go back to the person that stitched me and get him to do it again because he'll moan at me.
At which point, again, he was like, "Oh, well, you've made the choice already." The woman and his hands start to glow from behind him,
Counterspell at level 5.
and the glowing stops. He's trying not to give it away, but you can tell on the back of his there's just the word "fuck" being spoken in Draconic. don't know if you can understand Draconic, but that's
No.
basically a case of just we can basically tell by the end of the corner. It's like, yeah, he's not happy.
Well, I think we've gotten all we really can. Don't you think, my dear?
Most likely.
He doesn't want to play games, and as you say, he's up to something we do not approve of. So we
And
should put him out of his misery.
definitely, considering he just tried to get away from us as well.
Right. And Cloud's going to focus and gonna test out a new thing he hasn't used for a while. Well, he hasn't actually used it at all, and he will do Eldritch Blast at him.
Oh, original. Go ahead, take your shot. He's practically a sitting duck right where he is. 11 actually misses.
Yeah, thankfully I get two shots on him, so hopefully 19 gets him.
19 definitely though just pings him right in the face. Roll damage, and I suspect this is probably going to be okay. I was expecting that to be like a high roll, blow his head off, but no, you've basically just like essentially
Just shot him in the
with
shoulder.
Eldritch Blast, punched him in the nose, just like whack.
So I can get this, and I'll take another two shots at him, just sitting there like pot shotting him, getting used to it.
Try to squirm as if he's about to try and cast something again. Again, the glowing behind his hand.
Counterspell again at level 5.
And again, you're counting it. Yep. Fire off your shots, Cloud. And 11 doesn't do jack shit. 24 definitely hits, yeah.
Oh my god.
Back him again. And he's looking kind of rough, but he's still stuck to this tree. Cursing and swearing at you in his mind. I was supposed to hearing every word of it, and like, just like, yeah, what he's feeling thoughts right now is the pain, humiliation, and the desire to rip both your heads off and stick them on pikes. But it's just not happening for him. Not taking off his shot as he's kind of sitting there, like accepting humiliation at this. Have another round of two shots, I'll just blast. If you don't get him here, come on, you fuck boy. What are you doing? 19 and 13 definitely both hit. Come on. Finish him. Please. There we go. How do you want to do that?
Just like sort of trying to get used to it, just firing off these blasts, just pinging off in different angles, shooting him in the leg, shooting him in the shoulder, and finally I just get one and it just like goes straight through the eye socket.
Left or right?
Oh, let's go for the left.
As he's scrumming about after you hit him with a couple of shots, as he's about to yell something at you, you just go through the left eye, just like, and he dead.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult to control than I thought. Oh well. I go up, retrieve my rope, and strip him down to see what he's got on him.
Oh, investigation check. You.
Now I get the fucking 20.
Yeah, fucking 20.
I strip this boy butt naked to get every last thing.
Where's Toro when you need him?
You find on this guy's person 2 platinum pieces. Got you off good. A spellcasting focus, an arcane focus, or what looks like a larger dragon's tooth with like a little gem stuck in the back of it, where the molar would be. He has 2 superior healing potions stuffed in a back pocket that he never got a chance to reach for. And what looks like a small little notebook with a little necklace thing being used as a book holder, no, placeholder.
I'll have a quick flick through the notebook.
Read Draconic.
He does if I
No.
hand him my glasses.
Yes.
Takes you a couple moments, not for achievement, but kind of is like, holy shit, this is like weird. And it's starts off as general journal entries. You pull the bookmark out just to kind of see what it is. It is a kind of circular in shape with 5 points. One different color.
If you pass me that, I may be able to. I have a feeling I'd be able to look into it and see what it is, or if it is magical at least.
No, hand it over.
I will cast Identify on it.
This particular piece is not magical, however, it does have religious significance.
I would assume I don't, but I'm going to ask anyway. Would I know the religion?
It seems vaguely familiar based off of its iconography, but you're not quite exactly sure. Unless you want to try and like think really, really hard and do a religion check.
I'll give it a go. I'm not going to say no.
Looking at it and then just recalling back to those horrid events 10 years ago of 5 technically 4, but initially 5 dragons of various chromatic colours kicking about Taldore. You kind of then, that trail of thought tails off, and yeah, you suspect that this is a holy symbol, not like a cleric holy symbol, but just a general sign of worship for the scaled tyrant.
It's not magical, this necklace. However, it is religious. He was a follower of Tiamat, because that's what we need in this world, more fucking dragons.
Yay! All the dragons, all the time. Whoopie doo. Well, at least we definitely know he was a bad guy. Anything of any other interest in the notebook, or just sort of like basic diary entry type thing?
Journal entries, well, for the first little part of the notebook, you go through general journal entries. If you want to have a proper read through it, you'll find time for it.
Right, yeah, fair enough.
It won't take too long. It's not a big book. It's not as if the guy was writing now like a personal fucking odyssey here. It's just the case of it's like, okay, we're doing this on the fly here. First couple pages, dear diary, this guy was a dick to me. I shocked him. That sort of stuff. All hail Tiamat. Little sketch of her in the bottom with like with all the 5 heads, just like going yippee or whatever, just like tearing down a little city.
I'll just sort of like strip him down to his like underwear and then just leave him in the sort of like wooded area.
You
Sure.
Bethesda RPG him just like taking all of his clothes apart from his underwear, just leaving them there.
Pretty much, yeah. Some wild beast will be along at some point tonight to have an ice old chew on him.
Ooh. Giant
Then
eagle just sitting there, just kind of like twitching his head, going, "What the fuck? Did I just witness?"
hop back on the eagle, give Elsbeth a hand up, and head back to the tavern to go find out how Copy and Toto are doing and see what's in the box.
Ooh. Do you you wouldn't have had any particular idea where Toto was going, would you?
Nope.
I would have assumed he went back to the tavern.
Wish to go to the tavern and try and find them?
Unless Elizabeth has got any better ideas.
No. I just did just tell him to leave. I would assume the place he would go would be the place we'd all know. I doubt he'd disappear in the middle of Imon.
So yeah, we head back to the tavern.
Cool. You guys fly back to the tavern. Is there anything that Toto wants to kind of do whilst they're kind of fast traveling, loading screen their way back to the tavern?
Yeah, just go and talk to the guy that I wanted to go and talk to, and then once I got all that sorted, then go back to the tavern and wait for them if they're not there already. I don't know how long it takes on a flying carpet to get around them on.
I'll say time you sort arrangements and then make it back, you'll just arrive just shortly after them because they're like, big you go, flying straight there, you were doing shit. And
Okay, cool.
a bit further into Amon. But as you guys arrive outside of the Central Park Reserve Tavern, disembark the eagle. Wish it to stay an eagle, or do you want to turn it back into a trissum? Do you want to turn it into an octopus? What do you want to do?
I will just send it to its because you can send them to another dimension to stay for a while or something, if I remember correctly. So I'll just like dismiss it for the time being.
All done. It disappears in a little kind of whoof motion. You guys are standing outside the tavern, just watching a couple passers by. Enter at your leisure.
I'll just walk in.
Walk in. Yeah, it's fairly busy. The triplet barmaids are kind of just going back, seven folk back and forth. You can hear the occasional shouting from the kitchen from Terry. Just chef being pissed off, Gordon Ramsay style in the background. Is yours. Do you wish to order anything? Sit down, chill out, go to your rooms, look around.
Well, I'll certainly look around to see if I spot Toto. If I do not spot him inside, I'll stick my head out the back and see if he's in the kennel with the dog. Honest to God, we need to convince him not to sleep in the fucking backyard.
It's fine. Kids will be kids.
You look around, you don't see him. You go out back, you see Clover, who there's like a bunch of like younger patrons kind of just like throwing her treats. Because they're like, it's a big fucking dire wolf. Let's be on good side and play friendly. And she's loving all the attention. And about 20 minutes later, give or take, you can hear just from the kind of back entrance of the tavern outside. You just hear Terry going, "Oh fuck, he's back! Don't if he orders anything, just say we don't have it. Just whatever." You look back and you obviously see Total just kind of boldly striding in.
Terry, my man.
Hearing that look of like, don't come near me at all, I'll chip you. With the little apron, he's just kind of reaching into his apron as if he's like, I got a cook's knife here. He's like, I'm quite busy, so if you don't mind, and kind of just walks back into the kitchen.
Rude. Do I spot Cloud and Elspeth straight away?
You look out back and you can see them kind of looking about as if they're looking for somebody, and you assume, oh, they must be looking for me.
I just get up on whatever table is next to me. I don't care if people are using it or what. I just climb up onto it and stand on it, start waving my arms, start calling for him. Hey, I'm over here.
They hear you. and you just hear like a very abrupt kind of throat clearing. As
Yeah.
you look down, you're standing in someone's dinner plate.
I probably did you a favour. The food is shit anyway.
At which point, one of the barmaids is kind of giggling, but also kind of like giving the side eye towards the kitchen in case Terry comes out. Down, and the gentleman whose dinner you've stood in is the fellow with the back and cane that you seen at your brother's workshop earlier that day.
I'll hop down off and I'll just shake the leg that stood in his food just to get any food off of my Crocs. And I'll just kind of tap him on the arm and I'll just say, "Huh, keep bumping into you. Sorry about the food, I guess."
Without breaking that kind of straight face that he has, he goes, "To be honest, you were right. The food here isn't exactly." He's kind of sitting there with a fork full that he kind of took a sample of before you stepped in it and went, "Desirable," and puts it back on the plate.
Do you like your steak crispy too?
I don't really prefer beef at all. I'm more of a poultry man myself.
Ah, what about a ferret? You like a ferret?
Blankly looking at you.
All right, good chat. I'll just tap him on the knee. I'll turn around and go and speak to Cloud now. But
As you're walking away, he goes, "Have a pleasant evening."
you too. What a nice fella.
Walk up, and of course you're reunited with Cloud and Elspeth.
So how'd it go? What happened? What did I miss?
Yeah, not much. What took you so long getting back here?
Well, you'd be pleased to know I've made plans for the three of us tonight. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I have made plans for the three of us. We're going out.
Where's the copy?
Oh, I don't know.
I would like
Who's
to point
copy?
out. Yeah, I was about to say. Cloud knows that name, Toto does not.
Oh yeah, sorry. Force a habit. Where's Elizabeth? Sorry.
I'll look around like left and right over my shoulders. Just say, oh, I don't know. Well, how weird is that? You know what she's like? Sneaky bitch.
Can I insight this?
Yeah, and Toto will make a deception check to contest.
I'll probably make it with disadvantage because I'm not really hiding the fact that I have absolutely everything to do with the fact that she's not here.
You know what? Go for disadvantage, but Cloud did go pretty low here, so you might be able to convince him on the bullshit factor for at least a little while before you go, I done it. Fuck it.
Two.
Oh, you would have beaten me as well. Otherwise,
Yeah, would have, yeah. Okay, well, I think what gives it away is the kind of quite
shitty.
clearly
The shitty grin.
grin. Yeah, he's like, I have no idea. With the almost cartoonishly kind of like bing of the teeth of he's just sitting there with a big grin on his face, like Cheshire Cat, just like, I have no idea. She's not here though.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. When, and where are we supposed to be going?
Well, this evening, just give it a few hours, wait till the evening starts setting in, and then it'll be a nice surprise.
Okay.
Do we,
Well,
do we need to dress in any particular way?
Nah, I think you'll be all right. Dress however you want, whatever you're comfortable in.
Well, we've got to have a look at that box we've got, and didn't you want to go back and see that gnome woman and show her your bow?
Yeah, we could hit that up on the way. We do the box, we do the gnome, and then we do
The do.
do.
Cloud will gesture to go upstairs to his and Elsbeth's room and head up there.
Yeah, I follow.
I will also follow.
Oh, Bertie's company. You guys just go upstairs, find your rooms, and do as you will. As
No, gesture for Toto to produce the box.
You've got the box. I haven't got the box.
You got the box.
you got the box,
You
it's in the bag of holding.
I know it's in the bag of holding.
Ah, right, Feather.
you flew off with the box because Elsbeth told you to get it out of here.
I'm pretty sure I remember that. I picked up the box and I threw it to you.
Can I insight this at this point?
Say him, yeah. Go ahead.
Toto's learnt how much fun it is to piss people off.
Even else was beginning to doubt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he tossed it to you, Cloud.
I know it was a confusing time. You're probably very confused, but did you not pick it up?
I've got very good eyesight. I saw you fly off with it.
Ah, all right. I've got it here, and I'll get it out of the bag. I hold it and pass it over.
This is actually, and even though you're obviously a halfling, the box itself is like big, heavy-handled motherfucker that is like chest width.
Shit, I thought I could hold it in like one hand.
That's a little bit on the hefty side. When you get it into the bag of holding, you can kind of like maneuver the bottom of the bag and can just like shove cartoon style inside. But it's like once you get it out, it's like, hey buddy, you might want to take this because it's like special, like basically it takes up most of your torso. But it's not a heavy box, but it's got like a bit of like Amazon style fucking spare room packing kind of thing. You hand in the box over.
As he hands it over, I just look at Toto in the eye a little bit to see if his like pupils are shot or something.
That ferret soup fucked me up.
Have you been smoking something else that you've not been sharing?
Nah, all this action just got me hyped up, you know.
Okay, and Cloud will go to work at checking the box out, seeing if it's got any traps, if it's locked, so on and so forth.
Investigation check. Once over, and you presume that it's a hefty box. Doesn't seem like it's got anything like dodgy with it.
I check if it's locked.
It's locked, but it's not got like a key, standard key holder. It's kind of more like a little combination thing at the front.
So thieves' tools won't properly work on it.
I'll say that a stethoscope was probably part of a thief's tools if you want to get into safes.
Yeah.
Just for sake of why not? Plus, you're pretty resourceful, so it's like, okay, hold on, guys, just put a set of like brass covered like a stethoscope, and you can just place it against. Roll me for thieves' tools to see if you can try and get the lock. Fucking hell, 34 with a natural 20, yeah.
I've
Like an
got good
absolute
perception.
with an absolute freaking champ, you're just like, guys, watch this. And like a Pink Panther sketch is like, da da. Just like you see each of these little 5 pins that are like once you get the combination bit to a certain point, opens one, second, third, fourth, fifth, and you hear the very heavy bolt going at the back. Can lift the box open.
Just before I opened the box, I remember that box I opened for Elsbeth back on the road from Stillbend, and I just tell the other two just to go stand a little bit by the door as I open the box and sort of from the side.
I'm gonna move back, but I'm gonna make sure that I'm in reaching distance if I need to go and heal Cloud.
As you do, as you've all taken the kind of precautionary move before you properly open it, as you open it all up, just puff of green like smoke comes out of it and a kind of cone in front. No one's harmed because you've all taken the precautionary steps, and with that natural 20, I'll give him a case that, okay, I'm going to need to turn this away, and everyone step at the road, and trapped. A very faint green shimmer in the box, which then passes. There's that whatever mechanism was, had actually booby trapped this thing, it has now been spent.
Yeah. You live and learn, and then go down, then kneel down and have a look in the box, see what's in there.
Into the box, and there is this little green sphere with a dragon carved into it. I also noticed that the inside of the box, well, it's got like a kind of cushion for this little orb to sit on. The between the outside of the box and the interior where it's been cushioned, there's a line of lead. Whatever.
After you.
Sorry, what was you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, being someone of the arcane nature, would I know why they'd lead line that box?
You'd assume it would probably be a case of to like make it harder to detect and locate. It won't stop someone from probably scrying, given the thickness of it. It's only like about half an like a couple millimeter, but it's like yeah, that's probably to help hide whatever this thing is.
Any ideas what this might be, my dear? Gesturing towards the green stone.
If you give me 10 minutes, I can find out.
Of course, and he steps away and gestures toward it.
I will pick it up, go and sit on the bed, and ritually cast Identify on it.
Okay. Takes you a few moments to kind of figure out, passing through all these arcane barriers to try and find the knowledge of what this thing is. If you just forgive me a moment, because I had all my books still in my bag, I want to double check something about this item. Is there anything that Cloud and Total want to do whilst I was just trying to identify it?
I don't think so.
No, probably start rolling a smoke.
Yeah, like a fucking baby's arm.
Oh yeah.
After the couple of days you guys have had, I wouldn't blame you.
But you've got a pipe,
Oh,
so
it
it's
is.
just like straight away.
Am I paying enough attention to go, if you're going to smoke that, can you not smoke it in here?
It's all when you're kind of sitting there across Ireland with the orb in hand, you just kind of peek, like one eye opens up and you just kind of look at them and go, can you not smoke that in here?
Perfect.
Just as we're about to light it, it's just like, okay.
We're smoking in the stables. Clover loves this shit.
A stone direwolf. Love it.
Yeah, she loves a blowback.
How long does it take to identify the object again? About 10 minutes or something?
10 minutes.
How long would someone say that roughly a attunement would take?
Varies. Some people play it 10 minutes. Some people say it's like an hour for a short rest.
For this, just for the sake of brevity, it will take the same amount of time just as she's about to identify it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, am I accidentally attuning to this thing?
Awesome.
Yeah. Do me a favour, Rebecca, make me a charisma check.
Check or save?
Check.
See, Elizabeth becomes big bad evil.
As the identify spell takes effect, you manage to just get to the point of identification of this thing, and you can feel something kind of reaching out towards you, and then back into the orb, and you just realise that what this thing is the orb of dragonkind, which is a very powerful artifact, which was used to give dragons a bit of a kicking during the calamity when things were getting out of hand.
Well, this
That's the exact nature of this thing. Once you've got, okay, thank fuck, I managed to avoid that thing getting into my head because it's quite nasty, or potentially nasty.
Am I still attuned to it even though I saved the check?
Yeah, you're still technically attuned to it, but you've now got it under control for the time being.
Well, this thing would have been useful about 10 years ago. It's an orb of dragonkind. Well, it's the orb of dragonkind, I should say.
Okay, and what's that mean?
I basically repeat what Scott said about how during the calamity it was used to control the dragons.
So this thing can actually control dragons.
What it does is that it can call out to dragons within a certain radius of it, lure them in, among other magical effects that it also has. And yeah, lures them into, like, it was used to, like, okay, we can go to an edges of a dragon's territory, lure it out of its lair, and then jump it when it comes out, and hoping it's not got any pals nearby that can give it handles.
Basically, the fact I've got it out of the box means if there's any dragons close by to Imon, I'm currently luring them to Imon.
Probably not a good idea to do that. Maybe we put it back in the chest and back in the bag of holding. At least it's not on this plane of existence.
Agreed. So I will de-attune myself to it, pop it in the box, and then...
You try to unattune to it and realize that you can't quite break the connection.
Oh dear, that might be a problem. I think I may have accidentally connected to it while I was trying to identify it, and now I can't unconnect from it.
Um,
I'm still going to put it in the damn box.
In the box. Close the box over.
Cloud closes the box, relocks it, and helps Toto slide it back in the bag of holding for the time being.
One last thing before it gets put into the bag of holding. I'll say for suggestion is, I think, wisdom again.
From what it says, it can only do that if I'm charmed by it, and because I saved the charisma check, I'm not charmed by it.
So you're charmed by it. I thought it says, well, you're still attuned to it. Been reading between both passages at one time. I got it mixed up there. My apologies. I was making this double checking for later, just in case.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you've put it back in the box. Oh yeah. Quite a find.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would explain why someone following Tiamat would want it, I guess. Collect all the bad dragons in one place.
Very true. Or just lure any dragons to a certain location to start fighting with anybody.
True.
Possibly, yeah.
Well, it makes sense for anybody to really have it. Myriad, followers of Tiamat, us, though not so much.
I think I have had enough dragons for a lifetime. I will pass on attracting any more towards us.
Well, maybe we can deposit it somewhere safe. I don't exactly know who to give it to.
Why don't we put it in the bag, put the bag in the big hole, and destroy it? Yeah. Saving the world again.
You know it doesn't actually destroy things.
Oh, what?
It's well, organic things it tears to pieces. Material things it just flings across the astral sea to God knows whatever location they end up in.
All right, well, I've been there and that place sucks, so.
Apart from the fishing.
Oh, yeah, of course. What do we do with it?
Keep hold of it for now until we work out the answer to that question.
We could give it to the gnome. Not the chef, the other one.
Why? What's wrong with not? Why can't we give it to the chef?
We could
Might
give
make
it
his
to the
food
chef.
better.
We could. Terry really needs the help right now, guys.
I really do think you should stop calling Lady Chimera the gnome. She is likely to knock you unconscious with her mace.
Also a halfling.
Oh, oh yeah, she is.
She
Yeah.
is.
Well, I feel like me and her had a very special connection, so you know,
First
there's
date
that.
present
Exactly. I mean, I already have a girlfriend. I'm already in a very meaningful relationship.
in Western. This is the mum.
Elspeth gives you a look right now.
Lucky you're both in a month.
Cloud just sort of like awkwardly smiles and winks.
I mean, I can always excuse myself while you have a boy conversation.
No, we're heading to see Lady Kima anyway, so if you think that might be a wise idea, if you think she's a correct person to give it to.
Sorry, I didn't catch what you said there.
If you believe Kima's a decent choice, decent enough person to deal with this item, then we might as well. Another reason to head there.
Scott, having been in Iman while Fordak was a thing, and I know Kima was very active in ending that, as far as I'm aware, would Elspeth know that?
Make a quick history check just to double check. She would have had some inclination that certain famous names would have been kicking around, but Kima doesn't ring a bell. You know, Vox Machina, the group of lovable misfits that they were running around, and they had help, but Kima, can't quite recall.
Well, my instinct would be to give it to one of Vox Machina. However, as they're retired, maybe the woman that was wanting proof of us killing a dragon might be a safe bet. We can always ask.
Well, it's worth a try. I can't see any use for it for us if it just lures evil dragons to us.
Is it gonna stop you being attuned to it?
I don't know.
Like, is giving it away just gonna do nothing? If is it gonna put a target on our backs if we start walking around? Hey, check out this fucking dangerous item we found that one of our members is now attuned to. Like, that looks suspicious, right?
Well, it may put a target on my back as I'm the one currently attuned to it.
Right, in that case, then don't tell Lady Chemo. Don't tell anybody.
Or how about
We leave
we...
this in the bag of holding and we take it off to some other dimension, a billion fucking million dimensions away, and we just drop it in a volcano. Job done.
Or how about we ask a few questions that aren't directly related to the orb of dragonkind and see what her answers are, and see if we think she can be trusted or not.
All right, I trust you. I trust your judgment.
At least someone does.
Cloud just gives you an awkward, like, what the fuck's there?
Just get it back out of the room.
Get a little bit sad and just sort of like, okay,
Aw.
shall we get off now?
Yo,
Yeah, it depends what you mean.
he has no right to feel sad. He just started talking about having a girl in every port.
It's Toto. It's Toto.
Uh-huh.
I'm just waiting outside the door.
Toto just goes outside the door shuts behind him, and he's just kind of like, should I stay or should I go? I'm kidding. But yeah, so that was close. Before we go any further, that could have turned out very, very interesting if someone was very good at their saves.
It's lucky the bard accidentally attuned to it and not Toto.
Hey, he is a man of strength and will and character. He would have been fine.
Oh yeah. I need to be right back. 2 seconds. I'll be able to hear you again, but I won't be able to talk. I'll be right back.
We would have been fucked. You know that.
I would have been fine. I've killed dragons before. As soon as you said he was going to stab me.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, you've got a very pissed off changeling rogue kicking about and I'm on right now.
I told you he was out for me.
I knew
now
it at all.
now he definitely is.
Oh, mate. I can't wait for that fight.
That was before you yeeted her off the back of the carpet at fucking Mark 3. I'd imagine what she'll do to you now.
Yeah, I do.
Better?
Better.
Better.
This dragon
Blue.
bow that I've got. Can you hear me?
Give me a sec. Testing.
Testing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. I thought mine went out as well, so I just double checked.
I'm back.
Anyway, so how are we proceeding from here after close encounter with the orb kind? Is getting
Going.
ready to hit the town, or are you gonna deal
Oh
with?
yeah. Both. We can heal two birds with one stone. We'll go and speak to Lady Kima, and then we'll head out. Let me go and get my smoking jacket on.
You get your jacket already, because that's
Probably,
actually a thing.
From the
probably
stables.
stinks of dog shit.
Cloud dear, I'm not sure I trust where Toto is planning to take us.
You only just thought of that.
A little bit slow today.
The second he said it, I was thinking, oh shit.
I don't have the heart to tell him that I don't trust where he's taking us, though.
No. Well, might as well go and find out. He does surprise us from time to time.
True.
Start heading downstairs. You hear a bit of like increased ruckus as a couple local musicians have taken to the stage, and it's like happy hours going on in the tavern. A lot of new people who weren't in here early this evening. Some people have left. You guys just kind of muscle your way through the crowds, the building, and start making your way following Toto.
I can't remember where this little halfling woman was.
Temple District.
To the Temple District. Elspeth, you're gonna have to lead the way because I don't know my way around the city that well.
I would lead the way.
Once Elspeth is ahead, I'm gonna grab Cloud real quick. I'm gonna say, look, I got this surprise sorted. Once we go and speak to Lady Kima, then you're gonna need to, I don't know, like blindfold Elspeth or something until we get to where we're going. Okay? I know you're into all sorts of freaky shit, so you probably got one somewhere.
Yes, but Elsbeth.
It's a surprise.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
I promise it'll be worth it.
If it goes badly for me, I'm blaming it on you.
Well, you dropped me in the shit, so maybe this is all a ruse just for me to do it back to you.
When did I do that?
At the brothel. That chick that's my girlfriend. We have a very close, meaningful relationship, and you almost ruined it.
Which one? You said you were with 4
I
or
was with
5?
one. I was with one, and we didn't
But
even
you
do
told,
it.
but you told me you were with like 4 or 5.
No, I wasn't. It was a lie. It was the last one, and she combed my beard. These mutton chops never looked so fine.
So how come you're blaming me for something I didn't know because you lied to me.
You couldn't keep stupid cat mouth shut, could you?
You would have done the same thing in my situation if the roles were reversed.
Yeah, but I'm an idiot.
And
You're supposed to be better. Don't learn from me. I haven't done all the learning, so don't learn from me.
whoever said I was better? I just put on a good charade.
All right, but that's how it went down.
There
And
we go.
I'm not gonna drop you in any shit. All right, promise.
Ah, good. Because if you did, you'd hate me for me to actually drop you into shit.
Yeah,
Winks and
exactly. I did have one more question for both of you. I've been thinking about my dragon bow that I picked up this very morning. This fine red dragon bone bow, and I want to name it, but I'm not sure what to name it. While we're walking, somebody give me a name.
the bonobo.
Ah, yeah, the long boner. I was thinking something cool like Crimson Justice. And when I say justice, my cape of billowing goes. Because I still wear that.
Still got that shit on.
I don't know. We must be nearly there now.
The Temple District? Yeah, you just about get to the edge of it where the temple to the Platinum Dragon is. Recognise the scribe that's just kind of wandering about going, guy you talked to before?
Hello. I have a bow to show Lady Kima.
Well, she just came back about 20 minutes ago. Go right ahead, I guess.
Thank you.
Opens the door for you and just like ushers you in. Look across the room, there's a couple other scribes just talking away, and you see her standing there with her like curly hair, Holy Avenger, which is almost a size too big for her, but she still looks badass, slung over her back.
Was she just standing around, or is she at like a sitting at a table? And
Just kind of standing around minding her own business.
all right, I'll just step up and I'll just hold it out in front of me, like right towards her. And I'll just say, "Behold, the long boner."
She turns around and kind of goes like, the long what? And then recognizes the kind of red dragon horn melding into it. Oh,
Pretty dope, right?
either you've been digging about in some really nasty fucking places to get the body parts for that thing, or you legit killed a red dragon.
It was both.
And just sitting there and just kind of like nods along, goes, well, fuck me, I'm impressed.
She doesn't mean that literally, Toto.
God damn it. All right, so
And she goes, yeah, you're damn right. I don't think my wife would approve. And she kind of just reaches. That's where you think she's going for the sword, but she kind of just then goes, tap on the back of my hair, just scratch. Ah, there we go. So yeah, you guys seem to, on the surface at least, seem to be the real deal.
oh, trust me, we are. We did would like to seek some advice or just general questions from you. Um, maybe one of my compatriots would like to take on this line of questioning because I am privy to saying stupid things.
And Lucian goes, really? Couldn't tell. So what's up? And looks at both Cloud and Elspeth.
Cloud sort of just turns and looks at Elizabeth.
Just as I'm finishing a mouth of food. Becca, not Elspeth. Obviously, you were very interested in Toto here having killed a red dragon. He is the main man, we are just his backup support. Would you happen to know if we were looking for someone to keep something safe in relation to dragons, who would be the best person to leave it with?
Either the folks here, or you'd probably be best sending it off to Vasselheim. They've got like a nice little repository of weird and wonderful shit. Why? And she kind of gives you that sort of like, hold on a second, raised eyebrow kind of look.
Well, obviously we killed a dragon and he had a few bits and pieces. We're not quite sure what most of them are, but we're looking for somewhere to keep them safe. Just if a red dragon was having them, we would assume probably not good things. So we were just looking for the best place to keep them safe. We had no clue, and you were interested in us having killed him.
Off like what?
Elspeth would come up with a really good lie. Becca is fucking awful at lying. Well, we don't want to mention things out loud in public, just in case they're things wanted by people and we're being watched, and just they make us a little bit nervous, so we'd rather not, but we're just looking for somewhere safe to keep them.
Probably that kind of level of importance, then. Yeah, like, snaps the fingers that say, yo, hey, you two, come here. Two scribes come over and goes, they've apparently got something really dangerous. You mind locking it up downstairs until we can figure out what it is and what we need to do with it? They just nod along going, yes, Lady Kima.
I do not think we agreed to leave it with you. We have met you twice.
Well, if you want us to have a look at it, these are the best. These bookworms are the best ones to look at it and see what if it's worth all the fuss, or if it's just a silly little trinket that a red dragon thought, oh, shiny, shiny, and pocketed after burning people alive.
I'm gonna look at my colleagues.
Unless you want to tell us, unless you have any more information, that's as best as I can do.
Telepathically, Cloud will say, temple people are generally pretty good at this sort of shit, and not many of them are that dodgy, and it's better out of our hands.
Can I just quickly ping a detect thoughts off? And I don't want to go deep into anyone's head, so no one will know I'm doing it. But I just want the surface thoughts of people and see if there's anything that gives me alarm bells about potentially leaving this item here.
Her surface thought says, I'm missing Alora. Hurry the fuck up so I can go back and see her, because she's arriving in the city within the next, 20 minutes. These guys are a bunch of weirdos, but remind me of a certain bunch from way back. The two scribes, one's just is just coming off the night shift, is wanting to go home for his kip, and the other one's kind of surprisingly eager to see what's inside that box.
I want to know what's on Toto's surface thoughts.
I can also get Toto's surface thoughts as well. And Cloud's, to be fair.
Okay, boys. Total first, then Cloud. What are your surface thoughts?
Chaz is like, fuck, that backfired.
My shit went red right when you said that. Probably excited. He's full of adrenaline.
Cool.
Cloud's probably just looking at Ellsworth, just going, bow, chicka, wow, wow, chicka, wow, wow.
I'm green again.
Hey.
Yeah, Cloud's just really Toto's just really just pumped up and excited. He's full of adrenaline from throughout the day, and he has like a million thoughts pop in and out of his head at all times.
Awesome. I
There's
will.
probably a little bit of nervousness thinking about Toto.
You're nervous thinking about Toto.
What he's got planned, the unknown.
Glad you clarified that. I will nod and go, yeah, give them the item. And I will go, although I will warn you that I have accidentally attuned to it and can't seem to drop that connection.
Yeah, curious look off him going, that's good to know. Maybe open with that next time so we can get this more urgently done. Okay, you two bozos, grab that box and get downstairs with it. I've got shit to do. Unless absolutely necessary, don't call on me. As for you guys, well, much. Double thumbs up and goes, good job with whatever the fuck you found. And looks back at Total and goes, nice bow. And she kind of saunters off.
I told you she wants me.
She has a wife.
Freeze company.
Mm-mm. Wrong phrase, my dear.
Now they are only halflings, so if there's three of them, it's still 1.5 people.
1.5 company.
Okay.
Right.
Babes take the box and off with it.
Look at Toto and like, okay then, now it's whatever you've got planned.
All right, follow me. I'll start walking towards the place where we're going. When we get like a little ways away, then I'll stop and I'll say, Elspeth, you got to close your eyes or cover them or something.
Cool. Good bit of travel happens. Guys, I wonder where the fuck you're leading off to. Then you get to a certain kind of like corner bit and go, right, close your eyes or cover them.
I'll give him a really weird look, close my eyes, and reach out to grab Cloud's hand.
Did you say for both of us to close our eyes or just Elizabeth?
Just Elspeth, one of you need. Well, Cloud, you're gonna have to lead her.
And I will cast a message to Cloud and go, I trust you. Please don't let him walk me into something stupid.
No promises. No promises, and just hold your hand.
I will at that moment open my eyes.
Keep them closed.
I'll close my eyes again then.
All right, let's go. Cloud, follow me. Bring Elspeth along. And I'll probably just keep walking them until we're outside of the building. And then I'll say, turn to Elspeth and I'll say, okay, you can open your eyes.
open my eyes.
Open your eyes, you're back at the orphanage.
Would I not have known where we were going? I've lived in this place for like 160
That's why I said a
years.
decent way away. That's why I said a decent way.
Yeah, you made sure that you were at a certain time when they took you, like, instead of turning left at Albuquerque, it took you like 2 rights and then further left just to get you around, kind of throw you off track. Plus, it's Toto. You're like, okay, he can't be that clever. Oh, he is. Just as he leads you back into the courtyard, you just see like a little banner kind of thing just getting loaded in from the top window, and you just hear all the kids going, like, cheering for you as soon as you arrive.
No. No, she's super uncomfortable right now.
Well, when we were here last time, you said that you missed your dump day. And, well, this is your family, and we're your new family, and we wanted to celebrate your dump day because it's an important day for us. So I'm sorry if that's selfish, but this is more of a day for us than it is for you. But happy belated dump day.
Telepathically, Cloud just says, "I told you he could surprise us from time to time."
Not sure if this is a good one though.
At that point, Devlin opens the door and just goes, "Come on, food's on the table, drinks are set aside for you, gentlemen. Spring water for you, my dear. Unless you want something in particular."
No, spring water is fine. How did you get roped into this?
Hey, he's like, your little halfling friend's quite charming when he wants to be. Oh, I would have to suggest maybe the. And he gets that. Yeah, you probably need to refresh that jacket a little. You know, waves his nose a little bit, gives a smirking kind of ushers you all inside.
I will cast Prestidigitation on Toto just as we walk in.
I give it a sniff under the armpits.
You smell like roses.
I'm sorry if it's crossed some sort of line, and I know that you don't like celebrating stuff like this, but I feel like it was important for everybody else. Everybody here loves you, and we love you, and it was just. I felt bad when you said you missed it, and we didn't even get to say happy birthday or lump day or whatever you want to call it. And so I thought, well, how often are we all going to be in the same place? And you missed it. I didn't want you to miss it because it's important.
It's fine. I understand, and I appreciate it. The thought, at least. Hey, let's go and enjoy the party? It's just you two and the kids and Devden, correct?
As far as I know, yep. They're the only people that know about this. I deliberately tried to keep Elizabeth away. I didn't want really anybody else knowing about here. I mean, you brought me and Cloud here, so I figured you wouldn't want anybody else to come here.
Well thought. And yes, because I trust you two. I'm not so sure about the others yet.
Well, let's eat some cake, boy.
At that point, Devlin pulls out a kind of like a tray of pastries that he just made, all little individually iced and all sorts of fanciness. He's just like, get well there, reasonably warm, kids. Slides a tray in front of his other kids, and he dishes to all the children, and he goes, you know what? It's a special occasion, of course. And he kind of taps open the nearby stove, and he's like, here you go. Pulls out a tray, start handing them all like cake, and they're all just like, obviously, like kids offered cake. Way, hyper stock all of a sudden, kind of thing.
I point out the fattest kid and say, "Not that one."
I will smack you round the back of the head.
I'm kidding. I'll give the fat kid a cake.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, so after a good smack to the back of the head, you hand over the kid, a bit of cake to the kid who was you abruptly just went nope to. Even Dev's kind of looking at you going, I want to smack you a little bit, but luckily it's all in good jest. The evening goes by without much of a care. It's all fun and games. If there's anything in particular you wish to do before that kind of constitutes for like long rest, Devon says there's spare room upstairs if you wish to stay the night. See if you have any trips all the way back through the city.
It's up to you guys. You can go back to the inn or stay here. It's up to
I'm happy to do either. There is a back garden you can sleep in if you wish, Toto. I know how you like the outdoors. There's actually a treehouse.
you know what? That sounds pretty perfect.
Just be careful. I have fallen out of that treehouse numerous times. Broken probably every limb at some point, so do be careful.
Give him a bottle of whiskey, he'll be fine.
Lovely, lovely. I'll just wander off to the treehouse.
The kids start to get tired and everything kind of just does that whole typical like authoritative adult double clap and then ushers them all upstairs.
I'll go up with them all and help settle them in bed and probably sing them each a lullaby. Or whole rooms a lullaby. I'm assuming they don't each have their own room.
Some of the older ones have individual rooms, but the majority of them all have that kind of communal living space with all the beds all laid out.
Yeah, like Orphan Annie. But
Yeah.
less dump.
And less of them more properly cared for is the case of it's like, hey, you're all going to be living together, you might as well
Yeah.
personal space. What's that? But yeah, well, time goes on. Kids are all put to bed. Devlin kind of studying says if you need them, give them a call. Otherwise, you'll see us in the morning.
I'm assuming my normal room.
Of course, of course.
Cool.
Just as you left it.
Oh no. I really need to redecorate that.
But we learned that Elspeth had to go off phase.
There's green haired torture gnome posters
No.
all over the wall.
Yes!
Nope.
How appropriate. Oh. Anyway, so unless you guys want to get anything in particular done in the evening, we'll call that a long rest.
I will just indicate to Cloud there is a spare room, or you're more than welcome to come and share mine. It's up to you.
Well, I think that's up to you.
She'll just take his hand and lead him to her room.
And what did he see in your room? What sort of phase was Elizabeth? Lots of teddy bears, pink.
Yep, that's exactly it. And drawings all over the wall of perfect families. Yes, I really need to redecorate this room. Definitely outgrew this a little while ago.
Just a little bit. From my point of view, not many people have a perfect family.
I think both of us can agree with that. I'm pretty sure Toto can also agree with that.
But we all have a. I think we all have a good family.
Yeah, I'm happy with our little family just now.
Unless there's anything else, call that a night. I think.
Then we fast forward to the following morning. Wake up, you smell the aroma of breakfast being cooked downstairs.
When Toto enters, he'll immediately offer to start cooking, to like take over.
Do you want to attempt to take over the cooking? Because at the moment, everything goes, if you wish to help, by all means.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ushers you over to the further in the kitchenette, and if you want to try to think what that apply to, like a wisdom check to see how well he preps the food. This is where we discover that Toto's secretly a master chef. Yeah, fuck it, wisdom save. Check, sorry.
Oh no, his palate really is that bad.
What were formerly strips of like bacon and eggs are now just like, I don't even want to know what this stuff is, to be fair. Mentally imaging it. It's awful.
It's like
But
black on the outside, raw in the middle. Just
the eggs
terrible.
the eggs you happen to, upon contact suddenly turn back into like fetal chickens, just like why? Why? But to you, this is like the best shit ever. And light it all up for waiting for Cloud and Elspeth to come downstairs. And when they do, you're like bon appetit. And however they react is however they react. But quite a sight.
Interesting. I think we should keep your skills at cooking for special occasions, though, Toto.
This is a special occasion.
I know. But let's not make
Dig
it too
in.
much of a habit.
And you're giving Terry jip about his cooking.
I slide the plate closer to Cloud and say, "Bon appetit."
I will start cutting, trying to cut the bacon and the eggs up, and when Toto is not looking, I will use sleight of hand to get rid of the food,
Just like a
along
handshake.
along with mage hand.
Meanwhile, I will prestidigitation the food to make it taste better.
32, you're just managing it like, great, dude. And then that whole sort of like turn your head and like slide it down the fork thing as it goes down like the bottom of your jacket and out the bottom of your sleeve and into like a rubbish bin. You managed to kind of like slink over when no one's noticed and just like, yeah, great, and shoveling it in.
I'm just nomming it.
Elspeth managed to kind of like, okay, I've used like a good dose of magic early on in the afternoon to make this kind of like palatable paste. As for Toto, make me a con save, please. With fills of this shit at a time. Feels a bit rough afterwards, like not so much like oh bloated food baby, more like there's like a square peg getting shoved into a round hole, and that round hole being your like intestines kind of thing. It's a little rough on the way down, but otherwise, you're keeping it down. Keeping it down for the time being.
I think I might have used too much salt, you know. Stomach cramps.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Maybe a pinch of pepper next time. You know.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, nobody's, not everybody can be perfect. Even I've got room for improvement.
As everything getting a little kind of like breakfast packages ready for the kids to take up, there's a knock at the door, and he goes to answer it.
I'll keep an ear out to see who it is.
You can hear it, and you get the impression that it seems to be like one of the neighbourhood watch or a member of Himon's town guard. Little bits of the conversation you can overhear from the distance, and ruckus of like kids waking up upstairs. Seems like something happened during the night. Everything kind of walks in and goes, do me a favour, guys. Try and avoid the kids going out into the front yard just for the next little while the city guard deal with something. I'll be back in 2 minutes. And he kind of goes along, and he leaves the room, grabs a jacket, throws it on, and goes outside.
I'm going to cast a message into his head because I know he's not too far away and go, what's happened? Do not keep things from me.
Someone was killed just down the road from here that during the night.
Find out how for me. And keep yourself safe.
I always do.
I will turn to the others and goes, well, it looks like I at least am babysitting this morning. You two, of course, are not tied here. You are free to wander.
Well, you know what happens when we all start splitting up.
True. The question is, do you think you can deal with 30 to 40 children to get up, dressed, breakfasted, and away to school?
Of course, you're the perfect person. And as he does that, he uses mask of many faces to turn into you.
You will confuse the heck out of them. Oh no, do you know what I'll do? Disguise self to turn myself into you. And then I'll go, no, this is weird, I don't like this, and drop it.
Just turn to Toto and like, see, she's into some kinky stuff.
I've been smoking too much pipe weed, man.
I'm into kinky stuff, excuse me.
You still got those fluffy manacles I gave you, right? Right.
Unfortunately not. A Dragonborn ended up breaking them.
The one from yesterday.
Yes.
I hope we get them back.
No, he shattered them into pieces, unfortunately. But
How rough
I'm
was
sure
he?
you can find
Sorry.
some more.
There's a little pigeon just sitting in the nearby kitchen window, just like Kiki. Flies off. But carry on.
Well, I will leave you two to discuss manacles and things. I will warn you, Cloud, if you walk in looking like me, they will want you to sing. I don't know how good at that you are, so you may want to be yourself, but I'm gonna go upstairs and start helping the kids.
Cool. Takes you a good 20 minutes, half an hour to even get them all like assembled in the one spot. But eventually you do manage to get them all like fed and dressed, and reluctantly as they are on their way off to school. And eventually, as you're doing such, you get the message off of Devon saying, young woman, multiple slash wounds, very nasty, following a similar pattern to what's been kind of springing up in him on the last couple of weeks. Slowly but surely.
I will send back, let me guess, also weren't healable with radiant magic or any kind of healing magic.
Brief pause, and he kind of goes, correct.
How do you think I got my wounds the other night? And I will relay everything to Cloud and Toto as well.
Well, little buddy, you up for go and do some hunting?
I am the hunter. Yeah, I'm up for it.
Am I getting left behind?
Of course not.
No way.
Think of how screwed us two would get into.
Good point. Although at this point I feel like I should admit that I feel like I have lost my divine connection as quickly as I gained it. I don't know what's going on, but the few spells I've retained are definitely feeling more like my own than hers.
Yeah. You're still amazing as always.
You two must have been getting into some serious freaky shit if your god has given up on you.
Well, you know, I can't help it.
I would like to point out at this moment that she blessed Scanlan Shortholt with her blessing. If what we get up to at night is offensive to her, she picked the wrong champion in him.
Either that or you're just next level.
Cloudish winks.
Well, I have spoken to a few of the girls he enjoyed when I was working. And they do say he wasn't as good as he thinks he is.
I will turn to Cloud and I'll just put up my fist for a fist bump.
Fifth bump him.
Just like, bump. You look over your shoulder, you see two kids just kind of copy the whole fist bump thing. It's like, bump. And they run out of the kitchen.
School, no, school, not kitchen, school. You do not want to end up like me and unable to read. Move your bums.
You grab their bags and run off.
So, are we going murderer hunting?
Well, he doesn't come out until the evening, but I think getting rid of him would be a very good idea. But obviously, we'd have to be very careful of ourselves.
I just want to use this long boner.
What about the bow that Vexalia gave you? You're not looking forward to using that one?
Hell yeah. I can only use it once a day though, so I'm trying to be careful with it. I don't want to, you
How
know.
did she fight if she could only use her bow once a day?
You can only do the longbow thing once a day.
So it still works
I
as
can
a
only.
normal bow.
Yeah. I can still do that, but I'm trying a sort of double longbow thing. Long boner for regular shots, Sky Sentinel for triple shots, that kind of thing.
One day I may have to get you to teach me to actually attempt to use a bow and arrow so I'm not quite so useless if I don't have a way of casting magic.
The door abruptly kind of open up, and you hear Devin going, I offered to teach you all those years ago. You said no.
I wasn't expecting to get into fights all those years ago. Talking my way out of things always worked a little bit better than shooting people. And you're better with knives than you are with your bow.
that sort of thing is like he's gonna go and interject, but then he goes, "True, but I still can use them."
And Clow's eyebrow sort of raises at that, like, interesting.
Asia, a kind of retaliatory sort of like eye wink and goes, "Full of surprises, my good friend."
The best usually are. And winks back.
Anyway, I after having a little once over the body, very nice work.
Anything you've seen before? Other than the occurrences of recently.
More techniques used way back when, but that's only in rare cases, and it's usually the more sadistic natured ones. There was a high profile murderer who was formerly stuck up in prison here before the conclave hit and released all the prisoners that kind of had a similar MO, but less fanciful on the individual bodies and more on the body count. Other than that, Psycho, this sick bastard happens to be standing on their own feet by all things considered.
And we also have a dagger that doesn't allow healing magic to work.
Yeah, two of them.
I'm glad he only got me with one of them. Well,
Guards have managed to kind of clear the body for now, but it was quite the sight. Blood in the cobblestones for about 300 yards. Whatever this bastard's using, it's bleeding people dry like pigs.
Need to work out a way to deal with that if we do get cut.
Work to do and the kids and things to attend to. So you'll have to excuse me while I go make a head start on this. You are welcome to stay as long as you wish, because of course, family and all. Say eyes Elspeth. But if unless I need you require anything in particular, I will have to take my leave. Okay, goes a half bow and starts heading upstairs.
I will give him a quick rundown as he goes of like kids of school age are at school, nursery age, nursery, blah 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 blah, did this, did that, did the other.
As long as good, expected, and thank you. All counts.
Don't forget to do that research for me when you get time. We're going to go play hide and seek with a murderer.
Looks back and goes, "Be careful." More so than I normally say, because from what I've seen out there, unsake son of a bitch. Or sick bitch, it could be. I'm not going to just, make a judgment. Oh, upstairs.
Shall we go then?
Yes, and just contemplating where the best place to go is.
If you were a creepy murderer with a penchant for making people bleed to death, where would you go? Maybe the best place to start is wherever we last saw him.
We can definitely do that. And Cloud will start heading to the alleyway where he vanished on him.
Elspeth will follow.
Off that way. Toto following, or has he got his own thing to do?
Sam's away from the mic for a second.
So we'll say he's following. Drag him along.
Yeah, man, I'm coming along here. Let's get this motherfucker. Goes along. Takes a little bit of time to get to the initial alleyway once you find your bearings and best way to get there. And it's your typical sort of like back alleyway. Nothing immediately stands out.
This is where I last encountered him before he disappeared on me. Teleport, some sort of transportation or such magic, I believe.
It would probably be too long ago to work out, to feel any traces of what or where he went, what spell he cast. Teleportation, arcane teleportation spells come in lots of different varieties. Can I look around, see if there's any clues as to, like maybe he dropped something, tore fabric, something like that?
Make a perception check. You see a torn bit of like black cloth that's near like an area where when he was dancing about with Cloud that he's probably caught on. Doesn't seem out of the ordinary apart from it being kind of not expensive fabric but not exactly cheap stuff either.
Okay. I will show it to Cloud and Toto. I wonder if potentially we could use this to scry on the gentleman. Using that scrying orb in Sean's shop.
Oh, that's not a bad shout.
No, it's not a bad idea. I doubt that any of the guards have been able to get any items to be able to scry on him. I also have a location we could probably go to get a bit of information.
The same kind of place you went to get information on our changeable friend.
No, different. And Plow will gesture for them to follow, and he will head to the what did I know? Yeah, head to the Emerald Heart to see Cora.
Oh. A little bit of time to travel up to the Emerald Heart. Quick reminder which one Cora was again, because brain fog.
Yeah, second.
The list of fictional characters that both between all of us made, I'm now rivaling actual people now that I know. So it's hard to keep track sometimes.
I think we established that I didn't know who she was and I hadn't worked there, didn't we? Last time her name appeared.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not like a rival brothel, but kind of like competitors.
Competition.
Yeah, friendly competition. Even see who can give the best lay, that kind of thing. Right. But yeah. You arrive at the Emerald Heart. There's a couple of the ladies outside, all finely dressed, kind of giving you sort of like, yoo-hoo, we know who you are. Oh, she'll be right out in 2 minutes. Go inside. A couple of clients kind of hanging about outside, and a couple other less reputable gentlemen. I wouldn't call most people who frequent our brothel reputable in the begin with, but you know what I mean, kind of less.
Well, you know, it's like midday or something, so
Yeah.
you get the dodgier clientele at this time of day.
Yeah, the more seedier ones than usual, just kind of like, yeah, gee. Fucking. You come around at this time of day, you've got no life.
Anyone Elspeth recognises?
What was that?
Is there anyone that Elspeth recognises?
A couple familiar looking faces. Kind of more independent girls who don't really work outside the Buffalo as much nowadays, but they're kind of like, yeah, we kind of pop in, say hi, maybe familiar clients between each place. Couple of them come over and say hi, you know, that sort of way, how you doing, just that sort of usual shitty catch up kind of talk.
Small talk.
Yeah. Notice that one of them's kind of sitting there, like, fumbling something in her hand. Bit of fascination, take a close look. Awfully familiar.
What is it?
Platinum coin with a heart on it.
Ah.
Finishes with that kind of thought she had in her head and goes, ah, and pops down her blouse and laces it back up and then heads off back into the brothel.
I've just had a thought, and it's probably completely random and completely wrong. Can I take out the platinum coin I have with the heart engraved on it and just check to see if it feels magical at all? Like potentially a tracing spell on it, or a scrying spell, something that would allow the person that gave it to me to know where I am.
Yeah, a very like the more absolute faintest feeling that there's something about it. But the item itself's not magical, but it feels like there's something kind of tacked onto. As you're kind of sitting there deep in thought looking at it, you just get a tap on the ass and turn around and there's like a second cloud is next to you, kind of going, hey there, sweetheart. I'm here often, kind of like raising the eyebrow up.
No, I am not who you're looking for. Try in there.
Play along, this is always good for winding him up. She kind of gestures to Cloud.
Okay, Elspeth will play along.
Starts getting a little bit more hands on. He goes, well, you know what? How about I offer you the like special service discount, and you spend a couple hours in here, nice little massage, and you kind of like starts laying it on real thick.
That does sound quite nice.
Behave, young one. Just because you're one of the youngest doesn't mean you can always act so.
Oh, you're no fun, asshole. And she just kind of like drops the at me and goes, sorry though, he didn't fall for it this time. Usually, the last time I tried that on him, he was like, hey, get away from my girl, kind of all this usual shit until I was like, oh, wait, changeling, yeah, funny. You know, like, give me a sec. I hate this. You know, like, scratches the kind of fur thing. He goes, give me a sec. You kind of just like jumps behind cover for a sec. Comes back out looking like a half elf, like, much better. So, brother.
Well then, you got somewhere private for us to talk?
It points out and goes, rooms 1 through 8 are occupied with the night shift. If you mean like conversation, probably can do it in the office.
The office.
He goes, kind of half cuts and goes, well, follow me then. He kind of goes off into the Emerald Heart.
Elspeth is just giggling.
Follow her in. Sort of just sort of rolling his eyes.
I'm gonna make Toto walk before me, so he's between me and Cloud, and I can keep an eye on him.
Very hard for Total Keeper like eyes forward because this place is just like Salvador's in terms of like, oh, very high end. Girls are all up to the nines. The guys are just as good. You're like, there's a lot of talent on display here.
I am
Everything's
one woman man.
all well furnished and shit. Eventually gets to the office and Cora kind of tells one of our associates, Audrey, could you maybe, the right dude kind of goes, oh, of course, and kind of just grabs a towel, puts the towel back on himself and goes, sorry, and gathers up a pile of clothes that he had and just kind of leaves the office. He goes, you have to forgive him, he's a bit more of the free-spirited type. Then undoes like a bit of a like corset at the back and goes, yeah. Locks the door behind her. So, what do you want? What do you need to know?
Ah, yeah. Okay, do you have to always be like that?
You're a troublemaker, and I can have troublemaker in a place like this, especially in one of the main cities.
Ah, don't make that
The
much
kind of company
trouble.
you keep. Kind of giving you kind of like a half smirk.
Ah, don't start acting all big and almighty now that you're a proper owner of this place now.
Let's get up once you go. I'm what you call a madame, bitch. Get that right first of all.
Yes, madame.
Better. And she gives
Don't,
that sort of like.
don't forget to who helps you get this place.
At a point, she just kind of like face just kind of goes a bit straight. And goes like rude. Oh, pulls her hair back and goes, as it says, what are you here for?
I know you do less gesturing towards the door. That work, unless you're your special client, but you like to keep your ears about. These attacks in the city lately. Any word? Anything you can help us with?
Believe me, brother, if I knew who it was, I'd already have either their balls in a cup or I would have certain things shoved up their coochie that would be far less pleasant than even my more sadistic clients would like. No, I don't have much. All I know is whoever it is a really sadistic bastard, and any one of the victims is usually carrying one of these, and she goes into like a little bag that saying goes, look familiar, tosses you a coin.
I grab it and have a look at it.
And a coin with a heart on it.
Do I know Elizabeth's got one of these?
I don't think she's shown you. I don't know if you'd have caught it when the dude handed it to her in the bar.
He'll pass it to Toto as he was just behind him first, and pass it to you so you can have a look.
Uh,
This is what they had all in common. They all carried one of these.
Oh.
Yeah, even a couple of the boys that were found diced up a couple of weeks ago were carrying these. They're less so platinum coins and more like tokens. Yes. You know, client comes in, drops a shitload of money. Next thing you know, they've got these little like have a free go of the place kind of things like And like the way casinos give you like chips, they kind of like, okay, you don't carry actual money around in these places. Kind of a similar system goes on here with the platinum hearts. You're like top tier express package shit. You get the finest girls, all the extras, that kind of shit.
I'm gonna pull my one out from my pocket and go, well, I got handed this, and show them my one.
Or kind of like saying is, I don't remember you working for us. And last I heard, the other establishments, and she kind of like kind of air quotes, generally have either their own system. So either you had this was some no name client who returned the gesture that he thought was for someone else, or a mistaken identity, or you sucked some guy off when he didn't pay dues at the time and he's probably thought interest was due. Either way, honey, you've got platinum token there.
Latter, I didn't work here, I worked in the other establishment. A while ago now, though.
Sort of like, mm-hmm. I'm looking you up and down, kind of like that, sort of, mm-hmm.
Behave.
Oh, shush. I'm allowed to look. Just can't fraternize with staff.
True.
Unless the client pays extra. Yeah, and she kind of like shakes her head. Is like, anyway, back on topic. Yeah, we've noticed that majority of the victims tend to have these on them. So either someone's trying to bump off competition, or someone's got a particular beat. I don't know what the specifics are. It's just it's bad for business. It's bad for us in general. She kind of like does that whole sort of like point to herself, point to the room around, going. It's like people in our line of work have it bad enough without this sort of shit happening. So everyone's in a bit of edge.
Do you still have a few people on the payroll who are good at medicine?
Of course, we've got a couple of pocket carriers who, and herbalists who remove any itches when, certain clients don't divulge all their prior encounters. Why?
Well, you ran into and he all gestured to the coin, old Happy Slappy with his knives the other night. But he slipped away from me. And, well, we're planning on going on a little hunting spree for him tonight. So just in case we get cut up, whatever enchantment or such he has on his knives stops healing magic from working. So it needs to be done the old-fashioned way.
Crosses our arms and goes, really? Well, thinks for a moment and goes, I don't know if whoever this is on the prowl and he's finding girls as they go home, or if they're on shift or whatever. So, what's your plan here?
I was gonna go see Kai, have a chat with him about these enchantments I saw on the blades. Probably won't be able to give him much information, but you know what he's like. But apart from that, try and have a wander around, lay some bait, and see if we can get him to stir. If so, tear his fucking head off.
Or kind of nods her head along, goes, "Sounds about the most clever thing I've heard you say in a very long time, brother, but catch him, then I can't really stop you. I just need to say, just watch your back."
That's what I'm there for.
Looks at the two of you for a second, goes, "Ah, mm-hmm. Eh." So, she kind of rummages through our desk for a second, and goes, ah. She pulls out a list and goes, "I see here of the ones that we've lost over the last couple of weeks, which is not too many, thankfully, but." She goes through the names and goes, "From what I could see here, so it's not like he's working in any particular area, he's hitting people over. I'm on just like one district, next district, two in the same, three in another. It's very erratic. He just seems to be picking off someone. Opportunity arises. Don't know how he's picking targets." The last back into our drawing goes, Bugs, and goes, "Sorry, brother. Whoever this bastard is, he's a slippery one."
He managed to get away from me as well. So, but we may have a way of having a nosy on where he might be. It's worth a try.
At that point, you just hear a very about sort of what knocking at the door. At which point, Corgo goes, "Yes, what is it? I'm in the middle of something here." The door goes again. It goes off. If everyone, she ties herself up a little bit, opens the door, and she goes, "Oh, right, I'm sorry, I forgot you were coming today." And she goes, "Just take a seat over there, and I'll be finished with family matters in a minute." Shuts the door back over and goes, "Sorry about that. Transfer."
Transfer from where?
First run, I believe she's come from. An associate of mine sent her along just to kind of get her a little bit of fresh surroundings and all that.
Given the upper-classness of this place, I will assume that next time you speak to Salvador, tell him Elspeth says hello.
I can do that. Well, Salvi will be checking in a little while. I'll be sure to pass on your messages and say hi.
No, thank you for what you could. We'll leave you in peace, my little one. But I'll be back soon.
And not to get spayed while you're out there as well, older brother. You know, just a thought, just a word of caution.
Pardon, I missed that first part.
Try not to get spayed while you're out there.
You know, that's not gonna happen. The amount of stuff we've been through, you should know by now. I'm not easily taken out.
Aye. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get this inductee done and shown the ropes.
Have fun. Be gentle. At first. Winks and the heads out.
Just as you're walking out, she goes, "And I hope you're not coughing up any more fur balls like you were when you were younger."
Love you
Yes.
too.
And she kind of goes, especially mid climax, just as the door shuts.
She was
Like
nice.
around the galley for all the escorts and various in-house operators, and there's one person though who initially started giggling until she looked over and seen who you guys were. The new girl, her short little brown hair and freckled face. Especially when she sees Toto again.
Toto, as soon as he sees her, will immediately drop to both knees, hold out his arms, and just scream her name. Just scream it.
What's the name?
Adria.
I was hoping you forgot.
I've got my notes up.
It was a little bit kind of like red in the cheeks as everyone in the whole entire brothel just stops what they're doing and just looks.
Elspeth is gonna grab Cloud's hand and just start pulling him away.
Cloud sort of try and still do just at least watch to see how this goes.
Oh, I see this. Oh, I see this.
I've missed.
Just carrying a little bag in front of her, just kind of like cowering in the corner, going, "Okay, this didn't exactly go according to plan."
I've missed you. I'm so glad you came. Did you got my letter saying I was coming here, right? That's why you came.
I'm sitting there like, "No, got any letters?"
That fucking shit guard. Well, I gave a guard a letter telling him I was coming here, and it was addressed to you, and it said all this stuff in it about how sorry I was.
He thinks for a
And I
second,
mean,
goes, "Was it Reese or Greg? One of those two?"
I don't know their names. I'll be honest. I just picked one at random and gave him the note to give to you.
The thing was, yeah, I think they mentioned something. They tried to talk to me about like a letter. Then one of them got distracted, and there was a discount offered for like 2 for 1. About she kind of shakes off. Goes, "What are you on about? I thought you were all Mister. Oh, I've got 5 girls at a time, and look at me, kind of."
Look, I was stupid. That was stupid. I was just trying to show off in front of Cloud, and I'll point at Cloud, even if he's being dragged away by Elspeth. I'll still
Cloud
point
waves a little bit from
Where?
around the corner. Mouse, I'm sorry.
I was just showing off. I was just being a fucking idiot. I didn't have 5 girls. You know, I didn't have 5 girls. I've never had 5 girls. That's not saying I want to because I don't. But I'd really like it if you gave me another chance. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, crazy. Just let me just give me another chance to for you to get to know me.
Before we make you roll for persuasion, just want to note with like the passive perceptions of both Cloud and Elspeth, you just hear a couple of the workers all whispering amongst themselves, going, "It's only like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we've got someone on their knees proposing shit already. That's a record even for this place." One
I'm
of them
just
takes a little bit of
restarting the
chalk
roll.
and kind of just like does this on a little hidden board somewhere and goes, "Ah, that's a record actually, yeah. You owe me 4 gold." Shush. Let's see how this goes.
Can
They're all
I
kind of like trying not to pay attention, like make it obvious, but they're all kind of like listening in.
can I just whisper back to one of them? Well, if 1 o'clock in the afternoon is a record for the first proposal, you should try harder.
What did you want a persuasion check
Persuasion check, yeah.
with advantage?
I'll say yes with advantage, yeah.
Come on. Oh, fuck.
A bit of a scene's been made here. Looking about, like with a little bag kind of shoveled into a corner, and it takes Cora having to open her office door and go, and he goes, "Okay, okay, enough of that. That was very entertaining." Kind of starts clapping. Goes, "Now, if you don't mind, I need to get her, like, give her the run of the place and see how she'll do with all the admin stuff and all the kind of catering stuff and blah 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 blah." And she takes her back under her arm, kind of like Mama Bird style. It's like, "Come with me, dear. We'll get you all sorted." And she kind of, as she's been led to the office, you see her just look over her shoulder just before the door shuts towards Toto. Door shuts. No
I'll
apparent
just,
answer.
I'll turn around, I'll head out. Head down, kind of a bit ashamed. Not say anything.
I'm gonna subtly push Cloud towards Toto.
Sort of looks at you like, what the fuck you want me to do? And I will walk up to Toto and put my hand on his shoulder and go, it's okay, my friend. And it's still time. She didn't say no.
That just so you know, I'm normally pretty smooth with the ladies. All right,
Off
it doesn't
day. Off day.
exactly off.
We all have an off day.
Exactly. You know, I'll come back tomorrow. Probably the next day as well. Might as well make it the day after that as well, just in case.
Well, there were other women in there crying in happiness over that. So, you know, it touched a lot of
I
people.
think they might have just been scared because I screamed her name at the top of my lungs.
No. Trust me.
I
I
think
know this. I know this. They were just really touched.
And you sure dropping to both of my knees and yelling her name wasn't weird?
Absolutely not.
Well, I trust you. I'm just gonna have to come back again tomorrow.
I think that is a brilliant idea.
Maybe I'll hire a bar troupe. You've still got that like 16 grand, right?
Nope. Spent it.
Oh, what? What did you spend 16 grand?
Viagra and condoms.
Nipple tassels for all of them cat nipples.
Yep.
That's not an image I needed.
All right. Well, come back tomorrow. Thanks for the pep talk.
Always, my friend.
By the way, Elspeth gets a message sent through going, found the little bastard you were asking about. Currently on a trip to Amon, from Amon to Vasselheim to compete in the pits. But he'll be back soon.
I always send back. Thank you very much. If you hear word of him coming back, let me know.
Of course. End message. So you guys all leaving the Emerald Hut?
Yep. I think we're heading to Gilmore's to see if we can use the scrying orb.
You arrive at Gilmore's again, you're getting greeted by the big programmed image. Walk in, and of course, your boy's sitting behind the counter just minding his own business. And spots you guys. Oh, hi, Cloud.
Okay, you alright?
Yeah, of course. It's just your stuff's still not fully ready yet. I'll still got a bit of work to do. So
I understand. We're here on other stuff though. And he turns to Elizabeth because I believe she's the only one who can actually use it.
Potentially? Oh no, if I remember correctly, if it's the one that you don't need the spell for, anyone can use it. Because I remember Percy using it in campaign 1. It's just higher chance if you're a caster. I think it's higher wisdom.
yeah, it's a wisdom thing. But then again, pretty high considering that he used it for like his grit shit. So it's. But yeah, it will probably be better off if Elspeth used it for like spell DC shit. But anyone can really use it as long as they pony up the cash to use it. In terms of the shop's capacity of like, yeah, you want to find someone or something you've lost. Here, pay up.
I am happy to give it a go.
We were hoping to use the scrying orb if possible.
Was yeah, sure. There's just a gentleman who's just went to use it. He'll be back out in a moment.
No problem, we can wait. How you finding those items I gave you? Interesting?
Fascinating. The cloak had some bloodstains that it took me a little while to get out, but the headband in particular, it's weird. It's weird. It's a very weird item, but it's got a lot of potential.
No, I thought you would be the perfect person to give it to. Couldn't think of anybody better.
Well, there's Sean himself. He's cold cat guy of his own to see what things are, but I appreciate the thought, buddy. It's much appreciated.
No, of course. What's family for?
I don't suppose you know how my wheeled feet design's coming along, do? Or any kind of footwear that Gilmore's making.
What about that? You mentioned that the whole mechanical thing of like putting your wheels in is not really working out, given that you still have the any points down and like sees the fish kind of floating about in the heels of your Crocs. But he had a kind of one of those epiphany things, and he's got something that might interest you.
Lay it on me. What is it?
A particular enchantment that means that you can. It makes traversing certain parts of terrain a lot more easier. I mean, the wheels might still be factored in, but he was thinking more broader scope.
I actually don't need that because I've got Natural Explorer. No, Natural Explorer. Fuck, what's it called?
Movement.
Yeah, freedom of movement. Maybe something that could increase. You could have something that increases my speed. That'd be.
Well, Mr. Gilmore thought that the novelty alone would have been more to your taste, given that, and again, he points to the fish floating about in your heels, kind of like it would be less more practical effect and more just like uh, And here, lads, watch this. Is how he quotes. And he does like a half-arsed impersonation of Gilmore, going, "Here, lads, watch this." And he go, it was less more, but we'll work on it. We'll work on it. I'm kind of, and he shows you his little kind of like overlay scribbled notepad, going, "We're working on ideas as we speak for yourself and a number of other clients."
It's land stride that I have. Moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs no extra movement. And also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed.
So it was less. It was again. It was like the idea that I said offline. It was a case of imagine just like boots, like kind of like expect the gadget, kind of like tap them. It's like skis. So if it's like a slope or like snow, you can just like, hey, I'm going to go skiing. Fuck it. Less difficult of movement and more just like, let's just fuck about here.
You know what? I'll take them off your hands. If you get anything else, footwear wise, I'm quite a connoisseur of footwear, if you can't already tell. I'll take these, and then in the future, I'll take whatever else you make.
Well, once they're ready, I can, I'll let Cloud know. Try to do as much as possible in a bulk order, so you don't need to keep coming back and forth, back and forth. It can be kind of tedious after a while. For the customer, of course, not for us. We're always happy to help.
Yeah, sure, whatever's easiest. Oh, wait, Cloud's run out of money. He
At
spent
that
it
point,
all. I
the
won't sell more.
side door opens, and the gentleman with the scrying orb hands it back to Kai. Thank you, sir. Anything else for you today? And round, it's the gentleman from the tavern and the office.
I'm always bumping into you.
Everything goes,
Cloud, I've seen this guy twice.
this is becoming a bit of an occurrence.
Are you following me?
I'll ask you the same question.
Can I insight check him?
What?
I don't think I've ever insight checked anyone. I'm rolling just so mediocre today.
On the middle ground, just like either shit or with that roll, you don't get any particular feeling of as confused as bumping into you as often as you have in the last few days, and as he is.
Can I ask what it is you do? You seem like a wealthy gentleman. Can I ask what line of business you're in? If it's not rude.
He just and goes like, I'm a scholar.
What was that, sorry?
Scholar. Man of further education. I work for the Alabaster Lyceum, or at least I used to.
Oh, sorry to hear that. You know what the economy's like. People always losing their jobs and that.
It just goes, huh. More of a difference of opinion that seemed to just. He kind of like abruptly stops and goes, I must be getting on my way. Thank you again, young man, for the assistance.
I hope you found what you were looking for.
Nice day, all. And kind of just starts walking out.
I turn to Cloud and say, "What a nice fella."
While he was talking to him, Cloudwater went to Kai and was like, right, how much is it to use the scrying orb?
Well, normally it would be 1,000 gold to use for the component. side of it to work, and obviously we loan it out to the customer, and if they do anything insidious with it, we bill them for it later. But for you, buddy, I can maybe do for $750.
Right, and while Toto's still talking, he slips over 750 to him.
All bag out, puts the 750 in the bag.
Seven pieces of platinum and 50 gold coins.
Cool. Goes the money thing goes, sure, if you just take it into the other room there's a little plinth you put it on. It's disclaimer that you shouldn't be using this for, you should only be using this for like missing persons, lost relatives, blah blah blah. It's basically like a, here, this is a literal spying implement. Don't be taking don't be misusing it, kind of.
So, you know, I'm just going to be checking on some women in the shower.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, I'd say you hear that.
Let's give him a day, not a day, like just a what is it with you today kind of look.
Just smiles and just shrugs his shoulder and hands you the orb because he's not going to use it.
I'll give him a kiss on the cheek and take the orb through to the other room.
Cool. Take it into the little room so you're not disturbed.
And I will begin to scry using the piece of cloth I've got. And from what I can see from the spell, he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. And it would be -4. Because I've met him, so that would be a 0, and I have a piece of his clothing, which would be the -4.
Close your eyes for a sec. Vision amps out as soon as you open them, going looking into the orb. Seems to come down, sees the city of Amon. As he starting to focus in closer to the district you're in, you get to Gilmore's, it's about to move over somewhere, and then suddenly abruptly stops for a moment. Yeah, for a second, and it's almost as if there's a twitch in the scry before you move off. The faint steps of a man with a cane comes into view again, looks as if he's almost going over his shoulder, and you can see that sort of silhouetted black with the big white grin that you spotted from the creature that was doing all the stabby, slashy stuff. The gentleman steps back into the light. It was Posh Twat who you were just seeing a minute ago.
The guy that Toto was talking to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull away from that. And walk back out and go, Toto.
Mm-hmm.
Your new friend.
Yep.
It's him. Or the scrying orb took me to him.
You sure it wasn't confused because you just saw him and you was probably thinking about him? I mean, he's a pretty,
I had.
he's a nice guy. I wouldn't be surprised if you were thinking about him when you were scrolling.
That's not who I was thinking about when I was scrying, but that's beside the point. I have a piece of the cloth of his clothing that was left. It makes the scry more powerful and less likely to fail. It took me to him.
Well, it can't be him. He's probably just maybe. We don't even know that cloth came from the killer.
I'm giving him a disappointed look right now. Just Mum is disappointed in you right now.
Fine. Let's go kill this son of a bitch.
Or maybe just talk to him and check first.
Oh, I can't win with you, can I?
I said nothing about killing him. I said the scrying orb told me it was him.
Clown, what do you think? Do we talk to him or do we kill him?
Well, we need to make sure, doubly sure he is who we want him it to be, but at the same time, we need to be extremely careful. When Cloud faced off with the bloke, was it? Can you say he was more of a creature than a person?
He sent. It was that sort of way where combination of obviously being dark, although you've got dark vision. He had. It looked as if his form was a little like more. How do I put it? Like he didn't appear just like a regular man. It's as if he went some sort of change. Some description, like his proper figure, like the exaggerated collar, what they've kind of elongated hat kind of spawning out, the silhouetted face, the like overly bright teeth, Cheshire cat like grin. It was messing about your perception of him, so he wasn't appearing quite humanoid, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get ya. Yeah, we need to work out the best course of action to confront him and deal with him if we must.
Well, if we just wait, we'll see him because I'm always bumping into him. But he was at my brother's office and he was also in the inn we're staying in. Although I don't think he'll be going back because of the terrible food.
I feel like we should possibly check on your brother.
You think he's probably dead?
I don't have a clue, but I definitely think we should check to check.
Alright, let's go check on him. I mean, we know the guy's been there, so at the very least, we can ask my brother what he knows about him.
Oh, so you guys want to go back to Toto's brother's workshop?
Yep.
Oh, so you guys head off to the workshop. Get to the workshop entrance. Inside, you see again the dwarf sitting behind the desk. Allow me, I should just keep you, save you guys a seat for when you are in the neighbourhood.
Can I ask you a question, man on the desk?
Just like nods. Uh-huh.
Are you the one who handles the post around here?
His expression just kind of changed a bit, like, and he goes, I used to before I told the boss either raise my salary or I ain't touching another one of those fucking packages.
I'm so sorry.
And
And
just
then
kind
I'll
of looks and goes,
just
that was
I'll,
you.
I'll turn and walk away while he's saying it.
No, you get back here. You get back here. Right now.
Just going straight up to the office.
I want you to reimburse me for my favourite pair of gloves, you rude, you little shit. With your shit. He just grumbles behind his desk as you go back up. As you guys approach the office again, the door is shut over.
Elspeth, you've not been in my brother's office since the first time we came. Why don't you do the office? Why don't you do the honors? We opened the door last time. You never know what you're going to find on the other side.
I will knock on the door.
Okay, you knock, and he shouts back, "One moment, please."
Okay, he's alive now. We can go.
We should ask him about the man.
Fine.
We open the door, and the door is locked.
I've met Toto's brother before, haven't I?
Yes.
Can I cast message to Toto's brother and go, is everything okay in there?
Why is come back later? Kind of busy.
I'm gonna say out loud, we're not coming back later, we need to speak now. Don't care how busy you are at this precise moment of time, or who you're busy with.
Hear the latch in the door getting undone.
Okay, I'm gonna push the door open.
Sitting behind his desk. Like, just eyes going back and forth, going, "So, you're all back?"
Yeah. Just came to ask about that guy that was here yesterday. You probably know him. Carries a cane around. Do you wear a top hat? Or is that just in my head?
Top hat, yeah.
Yeah, top hat, cane. You know the one. He was here yesterday. Who is he?
You walk into the office as you say this, or are you standing at the door?
I walk into the office, but only a few steps.
Cloud and Elspeth also walk in.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have done, because I can't fit in if Toto's had only walked forward a few steps and then Cloud's behind him.
I find the issue. Just like, please move, please move.
Yeah, I'll walk in enough so that you guys can get in.
Yeah, then I'll get in.
As you guys walk in, the door gets shut behind you, the latch gets done. And there's at least two gentlemen on the other side of the door who are just like, not particularly like imposing, but kind of typical brawler looking ones going, "So, you guys know short ass over here?"
Unfortunately.
We've got our own.
Like going, "I don't want to assume that all short people are alike, but I'm guessing this is some sort of." There's a third voice coming from like the side route a little bit. T's office goes, really kind of deep husky kind of voice going, "I'm assuming that's the brother." Steps out. Got hair with like claw marks against the right side of his head, and well worn leathers on, just like, "Heard so much about you, short fella." From the other short fella here, who apparently can't keep his fucking hands to himself. Or, and he kind of hits the desk, certain things from getting in other people's hands. You wouldn't happen to know what I'm talking about, would you? And he sits on the desk.
Not a clue. Not a clue. You talking about women? Cat folk? Or something else?
His face has gone bright red at this point. He goes, and as he's about to say something, the big guy just kind of like hushes and goes, "Ah, shh, 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 shh. You don't say a word." You tell me you didn't come in here, give your brother a hard time, and take anything of his from his desk.
Why is something missing?
Gets up off the desk and goes, could be. That's why I'm asking.
Nope. Nope. Nothing like that. Am I right? And I look at Ellsworth Cloud.
No, nothing like that at all. Obviously, we've come in here and given his brother some hard time. He's his brother, for fuck's sake. Don't know how you are with your siblings, but so far from what I've seen of these two, they tend to like to rub each other the wrong way.
Extremely. And Cloud points at Toto. This one literally sent shit in the post to him. It is quite amusing.
I did do that.
Make a deception check, all three of you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
At which point the big guy kind of just
We
crosses
all
out.
roll threes. Wow.
Yes, we did.
Oh my god, it's a triple threat of threes. Oh my fucking god. The
I
big guy
love the
just
plus 12. It's crazy.
looks at all three of you and just goes, I think the only shit being sent is being sent my way from all three of you. That's his smirk a little bit and goes, fortunately for you, the amount of shit you've caused for the Myriad already makes this little trip a little bit worthwhile. See, I've got associates out in Stilburn and a couple who are hanging about West Run who have been keeping an eye out on your little band of misfits. And you beat us to the punch on something here. Oh,
Oh. Myriad. And he'll say that in the Myriad cant. And he'll also say in the Myriad cant, are you talking about the box?
yeah. You sunk a whole fucking ship, didn't you?
No, my boy. We didn't sink a ship. 3 Muppets from a Myriad teleportation warehouse sunk a ship, took the box, went back to the warehouse, and then got torn apart by a blue dragonborn.
Make a persuasion check. Right. And what happened to this dragonborn after he witnessed all this calamity and took the box?
Oh, we were just minding our business, and one thing led to another, and then we saw some temple folk grab the box, take the box off somewhere.
Well then. He just like half-hearted, like kind of punches the desk. Goes, it's a mighty shame that box would have probably been worth a fortune from what we gathered, but hey, any money out of the Myriad's pocket's a lot better than else's. Am I right? We just have to let the spiralings above us let her know that you guys are not immediately on the shit list. However, you did kind of walk in at a really inopportune moment because you're points over the totals with her. This little fucker, on the other hand, we know what he's up to. Our bosses aren't going to be very, very happy with him carrying on with it.
Are these Clasp or Myriad blokes? From my guessing.
You got two choices here now, folks. Either you walk out the office for another 5-10 minutes and then you come in and see what of a tragedy your family's about to behold your half point and deal with it from there. Or you tell us where the fucker's hidden his notebook. Because we'd assume, given how you've stumbled into our business with the Myriad, or against the Myriad's business that we've tried to worm our way into, you either have the notebook or you know what's inside it.
Well, Cloud, Elspeth, I think I know when it's our cue to leave. So, gentlemen.
Cards look back at the big dude, he's like, "You're in the past at the very least, boys, for past favours. Let him out." At that point, one of the guys kind of does almost like genteel opens the door. Like, out.
I'm going to quickly cast a message to Cloud and go, do I want to make an enemy of these people? I can probably get Toto's brother out of here.
At that point, Toto's brother starts to kind of like, "No, Toto, Toto." The big guy just kind of grabs him by the throat. It's like, no, little man.
As we walk by the two big guys, I'm going to send my dancing sword. Try and get it like up and cut the guy.
The one attacking your brother.
Yeah, I want to send my dancing sword like flying to him.
Hey, make an attack roll on behalf of the sword.
Is there any way I can stop that?
The sword.
Yeah.
Make a. I'll say acrobatics check to see if you can kind of like deflect it off course.
Sorry, just to make it 100% clear. To my knowledge, these are Clasp agents.
Yeah.
I rolled a
They've
4.
been encroaching on Myriad business. The business these guys they've clocked on. He's working for the Myriad because it's what they do. They're like, okay, you guys apparently been in here, turned over his office not that long ago. We gathered that. Figured that if he's now planked that notebook, either you guys have either he's planked the notebook or you guys took it and know what's inside it or whatever. And they're like, okay, either you guys tell us what's in the notebook now and we leave him alone, or you just walk out and we beat the shit out of him until he tells us. That's kind of the thing that's going on here. But yeah, we 13. The sword comes out, goes to make a run for it, and then Cloud just kind of takes his the staff appears and just kind of like deflects with a spin, hits the sword off course, so it kind of just like veers past the main dude and almost hits a window, but kind of just like stops there and just kind of hangs for a second. Big guy kind of looks back and looks back at Cloud and goes, "Good to see at least one of you's got a bit of common sense." Brother's face has gone bright red with the whole getting strangled by this like big.
I will
Just
some advice. More than likely, he's going to be more used to you alive than dead.
Normally I'd be inclined to agree, son, here, but lately these Myriad motherfuckers have been getting a bit too bold for our tastes. They've been putting up with that shit for years now.
I understand that. That's why what he's done for the Myriad He's going to cause you a lot of trouble. But he can, and Cloud will stare directly at Toto's brother. What he can do for you will hopefully counterbalance that. And Cloud will just say, you had a choice, you should have made it quicker. Now that choice has been made for you. And Cloud will sort of shrug and turn around and look at Toto and Elizabeth.
I'll look at Toto, his brother.
It doesn't matter if you find the notebook. There's a second copy. You can do what you want here, but ultimately it doesn't matter.
Big dude kind of looks at Toto's brother for a sec, and then back at Toto and goes, okay, and then just throws him into his seat. You better tell us where the fucking where the guns are, little man. We can see, I don't know what he's like. I can tell you. I just need to get. I moved the book to someone else's. I can get the back of the pages. I'm in a cipher in the back to tell you where the. And he's rabbling on, in which the big guy's kind of just slowly losing patience, and he turns back and goes, "You can leave now if you wish. If we'll get information either way out of him. Have a nice day." And he kind of initially just gives a quick series of hand gestures to Cloud that basically is thieves can't for well done, but your friends might want to be careful where they step for the next little while.
I'll understand that as well because I know thieves.
Good, actually. You've essentially a couple levels in Rogue.
Cloud's been teaching him in his spare time.
Yeah.
As the Cloud sort of gestures for Elsbeth and Toto to head down the stairs, Cloud will nod and sign back. I'll do my best to keep an eye on them.
I'll summon the sword back before I leave.
As you, I'm guessing all three of you exit.
Mm-hmm.
The door getting shut over, and there's a little bit of a silence before something a bit like breaks. Silence again. Just guys leave the building. About 2 minutes later, the guys would leave, and they're like, "Well, that was like a fucking neck after a while. That was a bit, whatever." It disappeared into the crowd.
Cloud looks at Toto after they've left. Do you want to go check on them?
Nah, fuck it. If he's dead already, he's dead already. If he's hurt, he's hurt. It's not gonna make any difference now.
Elspeth will turn around and walk back in. And just go, family, Toto, family. And she's gonna go upstairs and check on it.
Fine. I'll
Whisper
follow.
faces ahead. Goes off his door, realizes it's slightly ajar. Alive. but he's been basically like partially embedded into the desk.
I would use the wand on him.
About just like you see him whimpering as it starts to kind of like make contact.
You fucking idiot.
I'm also going to cure wounds him at level 1. Nice, he got max healing from me.
Oh. Toto gets jealous.
Others just whimpering on the desk as the wounds get healed up with both the creamy substance and Elf's magic hand. Whimpering away at the table.
Get the fuck up, man. Grow a pair. You dug this grave. Cloud told you yesterday that this was going to happen. I don't really know what else to say to you, man. I would like to finish our conversation on the guy with the top hat and the cane, though.
He kind of whimpers a little bit and he goes, Jackson's a very scary man, but I don't know why you would be wanting to bother with him.
What's his name?
Jackson.
I just want to know. I just want to know a little bit about him. That's all. Do you know where he hangs out? Where he's staying? I know that he's some sort of teacher. He's from bumfuck nowhere. I don't know. I don't give a shit. But where is he? Where does he hang out here? Where is he staying here? Where can we find him?
All I know is he's attending some fancy piss up at that new inn that's opened up next to the Skyport.
When? Tonight?
Later on this evening, yeah.
I'll look at Cloud. Do you think that's worth attending?
Well, drinks and food, and we can keep an eye on him. If he slips away, we can follow him.
I haven't shown off these Crocs in a while. Yeah. And as for you, brother, I ain't got a fucking clue. I don't think there's anything we can even do for you at this point.
What are you talking about? He's got his life still. I think we did a lot.
Yeah, that's all we can really do for him. Until next time, probably tomorrow. Goodbye, big brother.
Jumps down at the desk. Thump.
Looks like we've got a party to get ready for.
Sounds like it.
Let's go get smashed.
I'll refrain.
You can hold my
Oh.
drink while I bust some sick moves.
As you all leave the what workshop once again, carrying on forth in mentally preparing for the big shindig that this fella Jackson's apparently going to be attending later on that night. We'll call it there for this evening.
I will turn the stream off. Night, guys.
Bye bye, stream.